Yeah, I mean, obviously, this is such a big moment, right? Like you live for this as a kid. The players live for this, and this is truly a lifetime moment. Kind of humorously, last year it was our girls kind of secretly kind of praying to go to LA, and having to wait until the very end, the last reveal, the last quad to know where we were going to go. And this one, it happened right away. So we were so anxious for it to start. And then it started, and right away, I hate to say you get your wish, but to get to go to LA, to somewhere different, I think that was you would have gone anywhere. You'd do anything to get in the tournament, but to go to LA and to go to somewhere different was really cool. Georgia Tech, not a team that we've ever faced. Legend coaching there, so obviously it's going to be a formidable opponent. But really tonight is just about a celebration and feeling just gratitude to be in this position and get a chance to continue to play.
I know after the tournament, I believe someone asked you about stating your case of getting in as an at-large, and you were emphatic about going by what they told you to do this season to put yourself in this position, and you were able to do that. Now, having accomplished that goal, the satisfaction of doing it the way that the NCAA told you to do it and to get here.
Well, I'm proud of our players and proud of our staff, proud of our admins. I don't know the committee, but proud of the committee too. And I think last year when we went through this, it was go get top 50 games, go play a schedule, and made a commitment with our administration. Sometimes my staff looked at me like I was crazy. I think the players were on board, but maybe some what the heck is going on. And I just wanted to make sure that we got to the end of the season, and if we needed an at-large bid, I didn't want a weak schedule to be the reason that we didn't get in. If we didn't win the games, if we didn't do what we were supposed to do, that was one thing, but I did not want the schedule to be the reason that it kept us out. And, to be able to be the higher seed in the NCAA tournament game, there's no trophy for that. We've got to go out there and handle our business. But to be able to wear white in an NCAA tournament game, I've said that to our staff at the beginning of the season. Maybe in some ways that was going to be harder, the way things went out the season, or how it all played out. But in the end, to still wear white and be the higher seed is about all we could have asked for, probably.
Not a lot of mid-majors talk about that, but how significant is that for you to get that higher seed to go to LA and wear that home white jersey?
Yeah. It's significant tonight on Sunday night when you're just getting into the prep, right? Georgia Tech, I'm sure, is going to sit there and say that they're the better team. Whatever motivation that people need, we know that 8 seed may not mean a whole lot as the week goes on. But for right now and tonight, and, our staff will get to work tonight. For the players, they just kind of get to celebrate and whatever logistics we can figure out early. But, yeah, as a mid-major, to not only get a bid to the tournament, but to get the higher seed is a huge deal. Sorry, I'm watching other celebrations. Yeah.
Maybe a sense of pride of how far the program has come, that you can go as not the league champion and still get an at-large bid. Sense of where this program has arrived to.
Yeah, probably you hit it on the head. I mean, a sense of pride that it was such a big deal for us to have a chance to get to the top 4 seeds in our league a couple years ago, so you had a chance to go to the tournament. For us to sit here, and yes, we wanted to get a win in the tournament. We talked about all these things, but 5 years ago to get an at-large bid, that was not something that we had any responsibility to be talking about. Maybe last year there was wishful thinking. I think we all probably know in our heart of hearts, as great of a team as we were last year, we probably weren't getting an at-large bid. And thankfully we didn't need it, but I think this year when you needed it for us and for these guys to do what they did, with the opportunities that they had, but you still had to knock those opportunities out of the park, and it's just a tremendous sense of joy and a real sense of accomplishment to be able to go in as an at-large team.
Has any of your teams ever played out there? The logistics of playing on the left coast as opposed to the right coast?
Yeah, again, this is a program that we've been able to play at Duke and to play to some really historic venues. To be able to coach, even over the years at some cool places, but man, like Westwood, this is a big deal, So I know our players are excited for something new to go out to California. I think that part's cool. For a history buff and a fan of college basketball, that's a really, really cool place to play. I know their fan support has been great. Corey Close, their coach, is having a tremendous season and is just a real role model and just a huge ambassador for women's basketball. So happy for her and to go congratulate her. But yeah, I just think this will be a really cool experience, and obviously once this wears off, it's really all about the preparation and winning a game. But this is, you couldn't have asked for anything better, I don't think, from tonight.
Several of the players played in last year's first round game. They went through the wars of this regular season to get them in this position. How do you think last year at this time, through the regular season to now, how do you think that will help them in preparation for this matchup against Georgia Tech?
Yeah, I mean, again, I think we had a core group that not only just played the tournament last year, but had a lot of success, and obviously that game got away from us at the end. But, I think we had a double-digit lead at one point or 9-point lead at the half against Duke. So we played well in the tournament. And so I think that experience probably helped us this year play against the top opponents that we did. Everybody got a chance to play in this past weekend's tournament. Everybody got a chance to play against Tennessee, against Alabama, against Oklahoma State, against Texas. Like, those are the ones that you look at it and you're like, everybody has had that experience. And I think that's a unique thing for this year's team is we've been battle tested. You never know what's going to happen. Georgia Tech's a different team, a different style from what little bit that I know of them. But I don't think this is going to be anything that's too big for our players. There's nothing that's going to be monumental. We've been there, done that with this group.
Anything else?
Can you just say a little bit about what goes into preparing differently against a team you have no history against?
Yeah, I mean, again, our staff will meet here in a couple minutes and kind of plot all of that out. I think being in this tournament environment before, there's also the freshness of the other team not knowing you as well. With all due respect to all of the staffs out there, like, you're doing a lot of film over here in these next couple days, but there's a difference between playing a team 3 times, right? Played St. Joe's 3 times in 3 weeks. That's a grind. This one will be a grind, but at least there's some freshness. Again, because we're an ACC country, we've seen them play a little bit, but this is really going to be a fresh preparation for me and for our staff. So we'll hit it hard tonight. And then continue to do that here for the next couple days. We got some logistical things to figure out tonight. And then, whether it's tomorrow, whether it's Tuesday, whether it's Wednesday, get out and get acclimated to the time zone, get acclimated to, hopefully there's some great weather and whatever cool things we can find for these guys to do in their downtime out in LA.
Your confidence level coming into the night about where you're going to be in, and then when you saw that bracket and you saw Richmond going to LA, your emotions about it?
Honestly, I've tried to not look at any bracketology or anything, just because last year there was there was a guarantee that we were in, and this year I didn't want to be too disappointed if we didn't get in, so I haven't really looked at anything. But just sitting around my best friends there, and they were all super excited, so obviously that amped me up. And then seeing our name in an 8 seed, getting to wear white in LA is going to be just an unbelievable experience. Hopefully we get the win, but it's just a really exciting time. Yeah.
And going to Los Angeles, how cool is that for you guys? Something maybe you guys haven't experienced before, going to an historic venue to play in an NCAA tournament game, and like you said, wearing white.
Yeah, like I said, it's obviously really cool. I've never been to LA, so I'm really excited to, like Coach said, just experience really anything that I can. Being in UCLA, obviously the history there is super cool. But yeah, we're just going to take it day by day and really just enjoy, everything that is presented to us.
How has the last year helped you guys be in this position a second year in a row?
Obviously last year being in the tournament, you get that, experience and you get the hype around it. So anything that you can do to just be back there is going to fuel you. I think with the experience that we had last year, it just kind of helped us this year. We had kind of a new team, 6 new people, so just getting them integrated to the culture and the system that we have, and they really just bought into, trying to get back to March Madness. And obviously the A-10 tournament didn't work out like we wanted it to, but, just getting the opportunity to be in March Madness, as a mid-major and as an 8 seed I'm still wrapping my head around that, but yeah, it's really cool.
The significance of getting an at-large bid. Maybe last year, if you don't win the tournament, you don't get in, but this year, clear cut, the Spiders, we're going to be dancing, right?
Yeah, I think that's just a testament to the schedule that we played. Playing Texas and Tennessee and Alabama definitely helped. Obviously playing Georgetown too, and beating St. Joe's, and just the people with high nets definitely played a role in getting this at-large bid. So yeah, I mean, it's just the whole process getting into it.
And how cool is it to play somebody you've never played before? You play St. Joe's, you play all those teams 2-3 times a year. How big a difference is it to go against a fresh opponent?
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. I mean, I would have taken, anybody. I would have taken St. Joe's again, but just playing a new team is going to be really cool, and just getting that experience is going to be awesome.
Coach talked about the pride of where this team was 5 years ago to where they are now. As a player on this team, how much pride do you have from where it was to where it is now? Champion, regular season champion back-to-back years, at-large bid this year.
I mean, there's so much pride. Committing to Richmond, I was committing to, a vision that he had. He was kind of already on the way, with Addie's class, but, just coming in here and making an impact and just seeing how far it's come since I've been here, and even before that, it's just been really awesome, and I'm really glad to be a part of it.